Hello and welcome to Euro Truck Simulator 2 with me, Kevin Sawyer. Hope you guys and girls are all well and enjoying your day. Don't mind me, I'm just literally strapping up this and making sure these straps are nice and tight. Let's give this one a bit more of a... That one's good. Let's check the next one. Yeah. Yep, that's fine. Try this one. Yep, that's good. Let's try this one. Yeah, that's good as well. It's not tightening up anymore. Let's try this one. I did the other side. There we go. Right, okay. Let's jump on in. I hope you guys and girls are all well and enjoying your day. As you can see, we're still in the Scania. I've changed the wheel out. I've gone back to the V8, standard V8, just for a bit of a mix-up. Dog's gone back to Georgina. She's got the dog back in her cab. She said she was missing him, so I was like, yeah, okay, not a problem. You can have him back. Right. Well, let's put the old beacons on. Yeah, I thought I'd go for a different trailer for a little while. I've gone from the curtain sider to a flatbed, just to mix things up a bit. And just change load characteristics out. But I'm thinking in the next couple episodes, what I might do is I might start going back on some of the other trucks, like, because I've been meaning to do it. I've been slacking off again about doing the mod skins for other trucks. It should be easier with the other standard in-game trucks. It's just a bit difficult with this because again, getting a decent template for this is a bit difficult to understand. I will give it a try. So it's not as easy to do skins on this. I find it easy to do the skins on American Truck Simulator to this, weirdly enough, because you have to just build them up in the right configuration. I'm going to stop here because otherwise I can't. Actually, I'll lean over. I can just about see that red light. It's a problem with these little. That's why I never like these little dangly bits on the window, because it's just so they obstruct your view. You find if you're in the UK, because there's a set of traffic lights across the road. In Europe, for some odd reason, there isn't. I need to get over to the other side. So I'm going to sort of let these dudes all overtake me. And jump in there while that gap's available. Some of you guys may have noticed it already. I've also got the new sound pack from Kriechbaum. For the Scania. I'll try to do some outside stuff in a sec. Actually, let's try and do that now. Just get the right camera. And I'll need to turn left. Ooh, I'm rolling back. Got the hill start. Definitely gives it a nice sound, this engine. It sounds similar to the in-game stuff, but it's been more enhanced. It does give it a different sound, that's for sure, to the standard in-game engines. Bit more of a throaty sound to it. Again, if you've don't know what I'm talking about or never heard of it, I will leave a link in the description again for Kriechbaum's video on this, on the V8 sounds. Again, he's not paying me. It's just you know, I appreciate the work he does. You know, he goes to great lengths, and I go to great lengths crashing into stuff, but he goes to great lengths to get engine sounds in, and I wouldn't have the foggiest on how that all works out, but it must take some time in order to sort of get it all right. I can only imagine. and I've I've done a lot of trucks in the past with his sounds, not to mention the 521 on ATS. And I suspect a lot of mods have borrowed his sound packs for certain engines, I suspect, in the past as well, so... you know, that's the plans for the next... I'm going to be, like... I don't know what truck to go for next. I might just go through the motions. I'll start off with... I'll buy a Renault, as much as I hate driving them, and I know a lot of people hate them. I'll buy a Renault just because... Gotta give it a sporting chance. And then I'll just go through them all, get Volvo... work my way, get Man, and then go back to this old Scania. So I'll try and put my company logos on them all, but I'll try and fit it around everything else that I'm doing. Now, can I sneak around here without too many dramas? Is that a speed checkpoint, or is that no, that's not a speed checkpoint, that's a... or is it? Hang on, let's have a look. No, it's blanked out, so... I've got to do a quick illegal backup here. Hope I don't crash into anything. Enter. Oops. Hit that brake, didn't mean to do that. No, everyone's got their side lights on. Lights on. I don't think it's that dark. Turn the indicator off. I've missed playing this thing, weirdly enough. It's just a case of playing other games and everything else. Still, no. Next couple of, well, this next week I think the Organ DLC comes out. I think it's Organ. Or Oregon, that's Oregon, not organ, Oregon. It's an organ. It's a, you know, it's a liver of a country, or it's a kidney of a country. No, Oregon DLC. That's what I mean. For American Truck Simulator, it's coming out next week. No, I've seen screenshots of the Baltic DLC. That's coming out on this soon. So I'll probably get that when it does come out. Frame lag there, peeps, sorry. I haven't got the dash cam up. I've decided to have, again, because the weather is sort of like, it's gone dull and grey and dingy at the moment, so the light that's coming in is not great. You wouldn't see a great deal unless I had my actual main light on in my room, but I don't really want to put that on during the middle of the day, you know, saving energy and all that jazz. Seems a bit stupid to put lights on during the middle of the day. I've got a few little momentums on there as well. I've got the Garfield, the Bulldog, and I've got the little Kenworth truck model as well. I'd love to, you know, I'd love to have one that actually has an old 521 rather than the W900 on. Just to sort of, as a nice bridge over to what I do in American Truck Simulator. It's as close, as good as it's going to get, and I'm speeding again. I've got so used to American speeds, doing 60. Unless you're in California, which is like 55. So just back off the speed a little bit. Put the cruise control on. Oh, really? We'll stay in this lane. I'm not going to even risk it for a chocolate biscuit jumping out in and out of lanes. Do some outside shots while we've got a chance. Come on, just a little bit further forward, that's it. Gives you a good chance to listen to the engine as well. And this guy's going to pull out in front of me, so I'll let him out. Gives you guys a good look at the trailer as well. Got beacons on the back. Good thing of having flatbeds, at least you can actually see what you're carrying. I wonder what future plans SES have really got, you know, and what future plans some modders have actually got, because this game could potentially, now it's got the owned trailers, it could potentially go a long way, you know. I'm just throwing some of these ideas out for both modders and SCS as well if they're listening, which I doubt. You know, you could have it with working forklift trucks. So, you know, you come into a yard and then you have to get out the truck or press a button. I guess you know, long term SCS could build this into the game, but you know, it would be cool if you did sort of like get out your cab. You have to do what the truckers have to do, which is literally walk along, unstrap all the ratchet straps that are on the curtain siders or on the back of the load, like we've got on this one. Then the forklifts obviously have to come along and unload it, or the cranes or whatever if they have to use. I know some people find that would get a bit bored of that over time, although it is quite realistic. I hate to use that phrase again. It's quite realistic, and this is what actually happens in real life daily. But it would be nice to have as an option, where you could say, right, enable realistic loading and unloading. I must admit, I'm toying with getting the realistic parking bay one with the cones rather than the lines. Just make my life a bit more challenging, and because again you wouldn't necessarily see that white box there. If you guys are wondering, does this thing have an engine brake or a Jake? I don't know, actually. It's a good question. Oh, this doesn't actually... It does definitely have a retarder, because I haven't activated... I think it's B for engine brake. Memory serves me right. Let me just find B. Yeah, it has an engine brake. Definitely has a retarder, because I made sure that this same gearbox is the different engine. See? Just winding up the guy behind me. He's like, Oh my god, in fact he's actually trying to take it over, I think. Whoa! I saw that guy out of the corner of my eye. I was looking in the mirror and I was like, yeah. I couldn't believe what he just done, what he just did. Literally just jumped out in front of me while I'm committed. So I'm Plod, you can't crash into me. Hahaha. If you do, you lose your license. But yeah, they could, you know, have where you literally have to walk alongside the curtain side or the flatbed, or if it's a refrigerated truck, you have to open the back doors up and peel off the tarp off the top of it, and you know where I'm going with this, peeps. I know long term that the lead developer of this game, he wants to sort of make it so you can actually walk in and out of the cab, and which would make it refreshing. Just opening a window would be more refreshing. I know there's an open window sound mod that makes the outside environment more louder. I toyed with using that, but I did try it. It just didn't make that much of a difference. Didn't make the engine any louder. Just makes the traffic engines outside, the cars and trucks that go past, louder. But realistically, if you opened your window, you'd hear your own truck a bit more. I know someone's actually done it as a mechanic, as it's a private mod already, where the window goes up and down. But I digress, you know. Going into reams of mods, you know. Some people swear against mods. I can see why people do that. You know, some people are still playing this game vanilla. I know at least one or two, and they just, you know, they don't want to mess with mods because they don't want to break their game. And I understand that. You are at risk doing that. Potentially. I've had this discussion, I know, with you guys and girls many times before, but it's the same as any game. You risk it. You mod at your own risk. You want to, you know. Ideally, it's probably the advice I would say is try it on a have another account set up, or not another account, but you know, another save profile. No lights there, so I guess it's just going through your own discretion, I guess. Yeah, just have another profile saved, or copy a profile, because you can do that, and just copy and paste it, give it profile 2 rather than 1, and then just try it in another profile, and if it seriously breaks it, you know for sure then you're protected. You haven't broke your main game from anything. I must admit, I don't always do that. I just risk it for a chocolate biscuit a lot of the time myself. But I've got to that point with this game now, it's just it's ridiculous amount of money I've got now, and it'd just be an excuse for me to start over anyway. I know you guys would be like, oh no, not from beginning again. Well, some of you guys might be interested in that, but be difficult to get. I'd have to do a lot of work to get to a point where I could start doing mod showcases, getting and buying lorries. Be like, oh, I need money now. Oh, it's gonna be tight. Oh, that was tight. Oh, that just clipped. Speeding again, no surprise. This makes a nice change actually, going along these old scenic routes rather than just straight out motorway driving. It's just like, it's the same speed. It's 50, well actually it's 43 through here, so I'm going a bit quick. Just hope Mr. Policeman doesn't see. I think that was a police van actually. It's a case of lead foot strikes again. haven't played on multiplayer for a while either, for either this or American Truck Simulator. I've just stayed away from it. It's just a case of, I see that they've got some plans in the works, their updates. They're going to have traffic in it now, actual proper AI traffic. That will be interesting. That will be incredibly interesting. I think they bring that out. Ooh. Too heavy on the brake. Oh, that's it. I'm committed now. No, it's too late, I'm committed. I thought it might have changed. I was going to probably get fined either way, so. And I don't think we've got that much longer in the journey, so I'll continue on. Speeding through the town again. City. Don't pull in front of me, RV. Difficult not to speed. It's just this, again, it's a perception. You're not actually. This is a problem. It's a game. The game with problems with simulators. A lot of simulators, like especially like this, unless you get a full motion set up or a full motion rig set up for the game, which you can do if you've got the money and know how to do it. It's difficult to ascertain your actual true speed you're going. You could be like, okay. And it's with a full motion setup, you know, you're gonna sort of not feel it as a realistic force, but you're gonna know you're moving. Where this, in a sense, a bit like with VR, same situation applies. You could be playing a game where you're not, although you're moving in the game, you're not actually moving in real life, so you could get motion sickness. You know, that can happen on this. Not as bad, because a lot of people retrain their brain without even knowing it, to play this game without getting motion sickness. But there are rare occasions where people probably would get motion sickness from doing this. I can see the possibility. Easy up. Speeding yet again. I need to be in that lane. I'll have to put this cruise control on just to stop me from speeding. One up to about 50. There we go. But any of you guys going back to the discussion of going in a different truck? You know, I've thought about Renault, but what's your preferences, Pete? What would you like me to jump in first? You know, if you guys have got some more of a preference on one of the stock game trucks, in-game trucks, and shout out in the comments down below. If I see more of a certain make of truck appear, don't say Scania because obviously we're in a Scania, so it's going to be like Volvo, Mercedes, MAN or Renault again. If I don't get any comments, I'll just go what I'm initially planning, so I'll jump into a Renault, then a Mercedes, then a Volvo. then well, a manual revolver either way works. We can fuel half a tank. No petrol there anyway. It's just going to be diesel. It's just rest stop. What looks it? Yeah, it's just rest stop. Just go a bit quicker. There's a camera there. That's better not. It's funny because I was explaining to my dad how average speed cameras work, because he wasn't really aware. He just sees them as speed cameras, and I say no, average speed cameras are different to speed cameras. Speed cameras are just, they've got a trigger to a set speed, so if you go flashing past and past that speed, it just go dunk, and then you take a nice picture of your registration, and you'll get a nice fine and maybe points off your license through the post. An average speed camera works out different. It works out with 2 checkpoints, so it's like almost like a clocking in and out machine in a sense. It's got a checkpoint at the beginning of the road and a checkpoint at the end of the road with cameras. So what it does is you drive through that point, the camera as you come in scans you, sees your number plate, and then as you drive through the road and then come back out the other side or the other end of that road, wherever the end checkpoint is, another camera clock you as you're going out. And now what they do is now I'm not sure how they work it out, whether they, I think how it's done is the images is probably sent to whoever, like the police, the main state police sort of like station, or a big control area from the police, local area police station perhaps, maybe have a control area, or maybe it's a private company. I better turn some lights on actually. Maybe it's a private company that does it. Could be a bit of both, I guess. But anyway, what they do is then they obviously work out the average speed. So what they've done is they've determined how long it takes to get from point A to point B on said road, and they go, right, the road average speed is say 50 miles an hour. So then as you drive through, if they calculate how long it would take to get from one point to the other point at 50 miles an hour as an average speed, and then so if you exceed that calculation, say it takes about 20 minutes to go from point A to point B, if you exceed that, if you get through that point in 15 minutes or 10 minutes, they know you're speeding. They can work out what speed you're doing, because they've obviously worked out the total distance and how long it would take for you to get to that distance and that distance, and work out what speed you're doing at the same time. And that's how they do you. And a lot of people got caught out by that, because they just see the camera, slam the brakes on and think, oh yeah, I'm good, and then hang on a minute, I don't remember speeding through that camera. Looks like a convoy of trucks coming up ahead. Yeah, it says the customs expecting it soon, but when I've been driving like lead-footed for quite a while, and I haven't been dawdling that much. Wow, that guy's a bit indecisive. Need to be in this lane anyway. This is where it gets tricky. These nice little, very, very narrow. I always thought these were a bit OTT for the narrowness of the, if that's a word, and for how narrow they are. Junctions always seem to be stupidly narrow in this game. That's one of the things, like I've always said this a lot, and you guys probably think it's Broken Record Simulator, but I always thought that was just an afterthought of the developers. They just thought, oh yeah, we've got to put junctions between this lot, and we've not really put the space in. We've got to make them really stupidly small to make them work. And I think that's my personal opinion. I could be way off the bat there, but that's how it seems that it's come up. Oh, thanks a lot, mate. Good call. I'm going to have to nudge forward now so I can see the light. There we go. Mind you, I can judge it by what he's doing, but I'd rather not. I'd rather know what the light's doing. Thank you, Mr. Van Driver. Mind you, you probably didn't have much choice because I came up on the road a bit wide. Let's turn those wipers up a bit more because rain is coming down severely now. See, there's another point here I could potentially buy if I wanted to. I have made the delivery. It might have gone on a bit longer than normal, peeps, and I apologise in advance if it has. It's been a while since I've actually completed a run. Mr. Scania is going to go through. I'm going to jump across while I've got a chance to. Wow, these guys want pressure tanks? I find that hard to believe. Right. Where do you need it? Oh, that's going to be toughy. Right. I'm going to have to utilise all their yard to get this one in. They've left a lot of timber lying around. Obviously don't care for their timber. Obviously if they don't care for the timber, it doesn't matter if I run over it or not. I'd rather not, it might flatten the tyres. This is where it could get interesting, peeps. Now I'm going to make that round. Oh, he gets close. Wait for the trailers to sort of like straighten up a bit. I'll take it over here a bit more, angle it just right. That's probably a bit too much. It's probably about dead on actually, so if I straight, let's go a bit more over there. I have to get my head wet. The mirrors obscured by rain. How not to back up, simulator. No, I do not want to skip on the part. I've come out a bit too far there. There we go, sort of there. But as good as going to get for government work, that'll do. Brake on. Is the brake on? It is now. Right. Engine off. Turn the electrics off as well. Right. And then hit enter. Excellent. I'll leave it at that, peeps. I hope you guys and girls enjoyed the episode. If you did, please feel free to like. If you didn't enjoy this episode for any reason, please feel free to dislike, but please leave a comment down below to why you didn't like it, so then at least then I can try to improve in the future. And if you know anyone else that may also enjoy watching this, girls and girls, please feel free to share. It helps me out a lot, and I don't mind you sharing. And if you're new to my channel and receive future episodes of this or anything else I'm working on, please don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. TTFN.